Welcome to Always English. I'm your host, Alex Thompson, and today we have a special guest, Sarah Chen, a fashion enthusiast and cultural expert. Hi, Sarah. It's great to have you on the show.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here and chat about fashion and all things style.
We're thrilled to have you. Can you tell us about a national garment from your country?
Absolutely, Alex. In my country, China, the qipao or cheongsam is a traditional garment that has become an iconic symbol of Chinese culture. It's a form-fitting dress that features a high collar and asymmetrical closure, and often intricate embroidery. The qipao was popularized in the 1920s in Shanghai and has since become a staple in both formal and modern adaptations. It's a versatile piece that can be worn for special occasions like weddings or festivals, and it often reflects the wearer's status and taste through its design and fabric choices.
Wow, that's fascinating. It sounds like it has both historical and cultural significance. So is there a trendy fashion item you're currently excited about?
Definitely. Right now, oversized blazers are making a huge comeback. They're versatile and can be dressed up or down. You can pair them with jeans for a casual look or with a dress for something more formal. The trend has really caught on because it's comfortable yet stylish. Perfect for the transitional weather we're having.
I can see why their popular comfort and style are always a winning combination. What clothes do you feel most or least comfortable in?
I feel most comfortable in soft, breathable fabrics like cotton or linen, especially during summer. They allow my skin to breathe and keep me cool. On the other hand, I find high heels quite uncomfortable, especially if I have to wear them for long periods. While they look great, they're not practical for everyday wear.
I can relate. Comfort often trumps style for me too, especially on long days. What are some of the clothing styles you used to wear when you were a child?
When I was a child, I loved wearing brightly colored outfits with cartoon characters on them. I remember having a favorite pair of overalls that I wore everywhere. As I grew older, my style evolved into more casual, comfortable clothing like jeans and t-shirts. But those early fashion choices were definitely influenced by what was popular among kids at the time.
It's funny how our early fashion choices are often dictated by what's popular among our peers. What types of clothes do you like wearing now?
I gravitate towards classic, timeless pieces. I love wearing blouses with interesting textures or patterns, paired with tailored trousers or skirts. It's a style that's both professional and versatile, allowing me to mix and match easily. I also appreciate a good pair of comfortable sneakers for running errands or casual outings.
Classic pieces are always a good investment, aren't they? Speaking of investment, do you spend a lot of money on clothes?
I try to be mindful of my spending. While I do enjoy shopping, I focus more on quality over quantity. I prefer to invest in pieces that are versatile and timeless, rather than buying into every trend. This way, I feel like I'm getting more value out of my purchases.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, do you find that you wear the same sorts of clothes as your friends?
Not always. While there are some common elements like a shared love for comfortable sneakers or certain casual brands, we each have our unique styles. Some of my friends are really into bohemian styles, while others prefer streetwear. It's interesting to see how our personalities are reflected in our clothing choices.
It's great to have that diversity in style. So when choosing your clothes, do you prioritize style or comfort?
I try to strike a balance between the two. Comfort is definitely a priority for me, especially for everyday wear, however. I also love experimenting with styles that are a bit out of my comfort zone for special occasions. It's all about finding that middle ground where I feel both comfortable and confident.
Finding that balance is key. Did you wear a school uniform when you were younger?
Yes, I did. We had a pretty standard uniform with a blazer, skirt, and tie. While it was quite formal, it did make getting ready in the morning a lot easier. The downside was that there wasn't much room for personal expression, which is why I enjoyed dressing up more creatively outside of school.
Uniforms can definitely limit personal style. Speaking of appearances, what do you think the saying "you can't judge a book by its cover" means in the context of fashion?
In fashion, it means that you shouldn't make assumptions about someone's personality or capabilities based solely on their appearance or clothing. People often dress for various reasons: comfort, profession, cultural norms, so judging them based on what they wear can be misleading. It's a reminder to look beyond the surface.
Absolutely, that's a great perspective. Let's shift gears a bit. Is color important to you? Does it affect your emotions and mood?
Definitely. Colors can have a significant impact on my mood. Bright colors like yellow and orange tend to make me feel more energetic and happy, while cooler tones like blue and green are more calming. I often choose my outfits based on how I want to feel that day or the impression I want to make.
That's fascinating. Do you find yourself leaning towards light or dark colors more often, and why?
I think it depends on the season and my mood. In the summer, I prefer light colors because they feel more refreshing and cool. In the winter, I gravitate towards darker shades, which feel more cozy and comforting. It's also easier to mix and match darker colors.
Interesting. Do you think certain colors can make you feel happier?
Yes, for sure. Bright colors like yellow, pink, and light blue tend to uplift my mood. They feel cheerful and positive, which can be quite contagious. Wearing these colors can sometimes give me a little boost of happiness and energy.
I can see how that works. So in your opinion, what color represents happiness?
For me, yellow represents happiness. It's bright, warm, and instantly brings to mind sunshine and positivity. It's a color that just radiates joy and warmth, which is why I think it's often associated with happiness.
Yellow does have that cheerful vibe. What color of clothing do you usually wear?
I tend to wear a lot of neutral colors like white, beige, and black because they are easy to pair with anything. However, I do try to incorporate pops of color, like a bright scarf or a bold accessory, to keep things interesting.
Neutrals are definitely versatile. Do you think that certain colors are only for boys or girls?
Not really. I believe colors are for everyone. The idea that certain colors are gender-specific is quite outdated. It's more about personal preference and cultural perceptions than any inherent rules about who can wear what color.
That's a good point. Speaking of cultural perceptions, why do you think pink and purple are rarely worn by men in Western cultures?
I think it stems from traditional gender norms that associate pink and purple with femininity. These norms have been perpetuated over time, but thankfully, they are starting to change. More men are feeling comfortable wearing these colors, which is great to see as it challenges outdated stereotypes.
True, it's nice to see those boundaries being pushed. What feelings do the colors black and white express to you?
Black often feels sophisticated, elegant, and sometimes a bit mysterious. It's a color that can be very versatile and is often used to convey seriousness or professionalism. White, on the other hand, feels fresh, clean, and pure. It can give a sense of simplicity and peace.
Interesting interpretations. Are there any black and white objects you particularly like?
I love black and white photography. There's something timeless and classic about it. It strips away distractions and lets you focus on the subjects, textures, and contrasts. I also enjoy black and white art pieces for their simplicity and elegance.
Black and white photography does have that timeless appeal. What do the colors of your country's flag represent?
The colors of the Chinese flag are red and yellow. Red represents the Communist Revolution and the blood of those who fought for the country's liberation. Yellow symbolizes the yellow race, which is a term used historically to refer to the Chinese people. Together, the colors are meant to reflect the unity and spirit of the nation.
That's a powerful representation. Can you imagine what life would be like without colors?
It would be quite dull, I imagine. Colors add so much vibrancy and meaning to our lives. They can influence our emotions, our fashion choices, and even our cultural expressions. A world without color would lack a lot of the richness and variety that we often take for granted.
I agree. Color adds so much to our lives. Do you prefer warm or cool colors for a house?
I prefer warm colors for a home. They create a cozy and inviting atmosphere, which is perfect for spaces like living rooms and bedrooms. Warm tones like beige, terracotta, and soft yellows can make a space feel more welcoming.
Warm colors do have that inviting feel. How do different room colors affect our feelings?
Room colors can have a significant impact on our mood and energy levels. For instance, blue tones are calming and can help with relaxation, making them ideal for bedrooms. Bright colors like yellow and orange are energizing and can be great for kitchens or playrooms. It's fascinating how color can influence our state of mind.
It really is. What do you like best about each season: spring, summer, autumn, and winter?
Spring is all about new beginnings and the blossoming of flowers, which I love. Summer brings a sense of freedom and joy with long, sunny days. Autumn has a cozy vibe with its crisp air and beautiful foliage. Winter, despite the cold, has a serene beauty and is a great time for cozying up indoors.
Each season definitely has its unique charm. What does each season remind you of?
Spring reminds me of renewal and growth. Summer brings back memories of vacations and outdoor activities. Autumn reminds me of change and reflection, and winter makes me think of holidays and family gatherings.
Such vivid associations. Is there a season you like least?
I would say winter is my least favorite, mainly because of the cold and the shorter days. But even then, I appreciate the quiet beauty of a snowy landscape and the festive atmosphere around the holidays.
Winter can be tough, but it has its moments. Are there any special traditions associated with different seasons in your country?
Yes, we have various traditions tied to the seasons. For instance, during spring, we celebrate the Lunar New Year, which is a major festival in China. It's a time for family reunions, feasting, and various cultural activities. In autumn, we have the Mid-Autumn Festival, where we enjoy mooncakes and appreciate the full moon. Each season brings its own set of traditions and celebrations.
Those traditions sound wonderful and rich in culture. Lastly, can you tell us about the clothes that you usually wear? How important are clothes and fashion to you?
I usually wear a mix of casual and business casual attire. Comfort is key, but I also enjoy pieces that have a unique style or interesting detail. Clothes and fashion are important to me because they are a form of self-expression. They allow me to show different aspects of my personality and mood. Plus, fashion can be a fun and creative way to experiment with different looks.
Fashion really does offer a lot of room for self-expression. Thank you so much for sharing your insights today, Sarah.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Alex.